Hey everyone, welcome to Insightful Gaming. Today, we're diving into an exciting build for Viessa, a standout character in the First Descendant. Viessa is known for her versatile abilities and tactical prowess, making her a formidable choice for any content in the game. This build focuses on maximizing her strengths in crowd control and damage output, ensuring you can dominate the battlefield and support your team effectively. Whether you're clearing out hordes of enemies or holding your own in a tense standoff, this Viessa build will give you the edge you need. We'll cover skills, playstyle, weapons, reactor, external components, and finally, modules for both the Descendant and the weapons. Viessa is a dynamic character whose power revolves around building up stacks of her passive ability, Ice Shackle, to maximize damage output. The core strategy involves utilizing her skills to trigger Ice Shackle every 20 seconds while leveraging her area of effect abilities for crowd control. However, in certain encounters, especially in Void Intercept battles, enemies may resist chill effects, requiring a shift in strategy to focus on weapon-based damage. The best skill in Viessa's arsenal is Frost Shards, thanks to its low cooldown and versatility in dealing both single target and AoE damage. To get the most out of this skill, aim directly at an enemy to build one stage of Ice Shackle. The subsequent explosion effect builds an additional 2 stages due to its 3.5 meter radius. Frost Shards are also perfect for slowing down enemy movement and should be your go-to skill at the start of combat because of its low MP cost and cooldown. Next, we have Frost Road, which is fantastic for enhancing mobility and building Ice Shackle stacks by 2 stages upon contact with enemies. With a duration of 16 seconds, Frost Road boosts Viessa's speed and shield, serving as her primary defensive skill. This is considered a fusion skill, which plays an important role when selecting weapons. It's also useful to touch enemies slightly as you move through, increasing their debuff and building stacks of Ice Shackle. Keep Frost Road ready as an escape mechanism or to boost your defenses when needed. Snap is another valuable skill in Viessa's kit, dealing chill damage to enemies in front of her while inflicting Ice Shackle. Use this skill strategically to maintain Ice Shackle stacks and control enemy movement, delivering quick bursts of chill damage to slow down advancing foes. Blizzard, Viessa's ultimate ability, is incredible for delivering exceptional AoE damage. This skill shines due to its long duration, impressive range, and damage scaling with skill power. Blizzard increases Ice Shackle by 3 upon hit and 4 upon explosion, making it perfect for stacking. You'll want to use Blizzard in AoE fights to trap enemies within a small radius and deal continuous damage. It's also highly effective against bosses when they remain stationary, providing significant burst damage over a 6-second window. By enhancing it with chill and tech modules, you can further increase its damage potential. Finally, Viessa's passive skill, Ice Sphere, automatically triggers when Ice Shackle is inflicted, sending an ice sphere to a nearby enemy, dealing AoE damage and applying additional Ice Shackle. This passive ensures that Viessa's damage remains consistent across multiple targets. The most effective way to play Viessa is by building stacks of Ice Shackle for passive damage and then using Blizzard on boss targets for burst damage. You'll want to use your abilities frequently to maintain Ice Shackle on targets, producing free damage every 20 seconds. In terms of area and single target damage, use Frost Road to increase Ice Shackle stacks when in contact with enemies and release maximum stacks with Snap for the best AoE damage. For single target damage, focus on the Frost Shards beam. Viessa is agile and can boost her movement speed with Frost Road for a limited time. Utilize this ability strategically to avoid damage and navigate the battlefield effectively. While Viessa is crucial in a team setting due to her debuffs and crowd control, she can be less effective against bosses who are typically defeated with high DPS. Additionally, her primary debuff, Ice Shackle, which reduces enemy speed, does not work on all enemies, including some bosses. Therefore, knowing when to shift focus to weapon-based damage is key to her successful play. Now, let's jump into the Descendant modules. First up, we're using Cold-Bloodedness. This module is fantastic for further enhancing Blizzard by turning the Frost Road movement skill into a skill power buff. With this setup, you activate Frost Road to build stacks of Ice Shackle and then unleash Blizzard for massive damage. Next, we have Mid-Air Maneuvering, which increases the maximum module capacity by 10 and allows you to cast the grappling hook mid-air. I love this skill because you don't need to hit any object to activate the grappling hook, giving you incredible mobility. Moving on, we have MP Conversion, which decreases your skill cooldown by a substantial 36%. Then, there's the Chill Specialist module, boosting our chill skill power by 81%. To increase our HP, we're using the Increased HP mod, which boosts it by 155%, providing extra survivability. For offensive power, Skill Insight increases our critical strike chance by 115%, while Skill Duration increases our duration by 36%. We also use Skill Concentration, which increases our skill critical hit damage by 115%, and Nimble Fingers, reducing skill cooldown by 25%. Skill Expansion increases the skill effect range by 92%, allowing you to hit more targets, while the Frontlines mod increases our skill critical hit damage by 64% and boosts our critical hit rate by 27%. Finally, I like using MP Collector, which has a 17% chance to recover 12% of max MP. With this setup, you'll be hitting like a truck with increased skill power and critical strike capability. For our weapons, we're using the Afterglow Sniper Rifle and Python mostly when we are out of MP and we need to do some mobbing. Most of the time, in this build, you will stay on Afterglow. Afterglow is one of the best weapons for bosses. With that, let's first go over the modules of Python. First, we have Toxic Enhancement, which lets you choose your preferred element, and Rifling Reinforcement, which increases weapon damage. Better Concentration and Better Insight improve critical damage and critical hit rate, while Action and Reaction boost firearm attack power. Concentration Priority gives us more critical hit damage. Weak Point Sight increases damage to weak points. Fire Rate Up enhances the rate of fire. Expand Weapon Charge adds more rounds to the magazine, and Insight Focus boosts critical hit rate. For Afterglow, I am still building this weapon, but even with this, I am doing some insane damage. For modules, we are using Rifling Reinforcement and Action and Reaction for more firearm attack. Next, to increase our critical hit rate and damage, we are using Better Concentration, Better Insight, and Fatal Critical. Next, for more weak point damage, we are using Focus Fire and Weak Point Sight. Finally, we have Strengthened First Shot, which increases your attack by 200% for the first shot after a reload. This is the bread and butter of our build. When it comes to the Reactor, you want something that offers more chill and tech skill power with your choice of optimization conditions. I'm using Afterglow Optimization. To optimize spell power, I stay on the Afterglow Sniper Rifle to maximize damage through skills. Lastly, for external components, aim for 2 pieces of the Annihilation set and 2 pieces of the Polar set. This combination provides more skill duration and enhances chill power, perfectly complementing our build strategy. And there you have it, an in-depth look at an incredibly powerful build for Viessa in the First Descendant. With a focus on maximizing Ice Shackle stacks and strategically using her skills, this build transforms Viessa into a formidable force on the battlefield. If you enjoyed this build guide or found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Don't forget to leave a comment below with your thoughts or any questions you might have. We'd love to hear about your experiences with Viessa and any modifications you make to the build. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next guide.